Everybody obsesses over the bend. Nobody talks about the ends. But here's the truth. Almost every tube in the world has to connect to something. And how that end gets formed decides whether the joint seals, slips, leaks, or lasts.
So today is about the last 2 inches of the tube.
The most neglected 2 inches in fabrication. Welcome back to Bending Better with Ercolina. Today, end forming. Flaring, beading, expanding, reducing, notching, and why one machine can replace a lathe, a swagger, and a very frustrated guy with hand tools.
Start with the basics. What counts as end forming?
Any operation that reshapes or machines the end of a tube. Expanding, making the end bigger so another tube slips inside. Reducing, making it smaller to slip into something else. Beading, rolling a raised ring so a hose clamps on and never blows off. Flaring, opening the end into a cone for fittings. Then facing, chamfering, closing, threading, tapping. Every one of those is how tubes join, seal, or connect.
And who needs this? Paint me the industries.
Exhaust and emissions is the giant. Every exhaust system is expanded, reduced, and slip-jointed end-to-end. HVAC, automotive and truck, agricultural equipment, fluid power, furniture. If your product has tubes that meet other tubes, hoses, or fittings, you're in the end-forming business whether you own the right machine or not.
Whether you own the right machine or not, meaning most shops are doing this the hard way?
The hard way looks like this. One setup on a lathe to face and chamfer, another machine to swage, hand tools to flare, each with its own fixture, its own operator, its own tolerance stack-up. Every time the part moves between setups, concentricity drifts a little. The Stern Brown approach is one clamping. The machine performs multiple forming and machining operations in a single cycle, so the end form is concentric to the tube every single time.
Walk me through the Stern Brown line.
4 machines from Pedrazzoli, sized by tube diameter. The Stern Brown 25 handles to 1 3/8, small diameter work, fluid lines, furniture. The 50 to 2 1/8, the 80 to 3 3/8, prime exhaust territory. And the monster, the Stern Brown 160 to 6.5 inches, with 12 powered workstations. Expand, reduce, bead, face, chamfer, close, thread, tap, flare, combined in one automated cycle, with automatic turret optimization figuring out the most efficient sequence.
12 stations. So a part goes in raw and comes out completely finished on that end?
In one clamping. And the build quality follows the Pedrazzoli recipe. The base is nodular cast iron for maximum stability, and the controls pair intuitive IMS software with proven FANUC drives. Accurate parts, minimum maintenance, and a control platform any tech in North America can service.
Now the Ercolina side of the family. Notching, swagging, flanging. Start with notching because I hear that's the handrail shop's favorite machine.
For good reason. When 2 tubes meet in a T or at an angle, the joining tube needs a saddle, a fish mouth, cut to hug the other tube perfectly. The old way is paper templates, hole saws, and grinding to fit. An Ercolina notcher does it in seconds. Set the angle, notch, done. Perfect saddle, tight fit up, clean strong weld with minimal filler. The N100 handles to 3 inch, other models to 4.
And across a whole staircase of rail joints, seconds versus minutes each.
That's hours of labor removed from every job. And the joints pass inspection on looks alone. A notcher is usually the fastest payback machine in the whole catalog, because it's cheap relative to the grinding time it deletes.
Swagging, same as expanding and reducing?
Same family, dedicated machine. The Ercolina tube swaggers reduce or expand tube ends so sections join cleanly, slip fit, or seal. Exhaust joints being the classic. And the hydraulic flanging machine forms a flange directly on the tube end, which eliminates buying and welding on a separate flange component. Fewer parts, fewer welds, fewer leaks.
How does someone choose between the Ercolina machines and a Stern Brown?
Volume and complexity. 1 or 2 operations. Moderate volumes. The dedicated Ercolina machines are simple, affordable, and fast. Multiple operations per end, production volumes, tight concentricity. That's Stern Brown territory, especially the ones that combine everything in one cycle. And these pair beautifully with benders. Bend on an Ercolina, notch or swage for fit-up. Lots of customers buy them together, and there's package pricing when they do.
And at the very top end?
The full robotic route, the automated bending work cell we talked about last episode, puts bending and end forming in one cell with a FANUC robot moving parts between them. The double clamp handles combined operations. One cell, finish parts.
Recap, every tube connects to something, and the end form decides if that connection seals and lasts.
One clamping beats 4 setups, that's the Stern Brown case, up to 12 stations and 6.5-inch capacity.
A notcher turns saddle joints from a grinding project into a seconds-long operation, fastest payback in the catalog.
And swagging and flanging turn separate components and extra welds into one formed tube end.
Send CML USA your part print and they'll confirm the right model and tooling. Call 563-391-7700.
Stop treating the last 2 inches as an afterthought. That's where your product either seals or leaks.
Machines in stock in Davenport, Iowa. Call CML USA at 563-391-7700 or visit Ercolina-USA.com.
Bend better, everybody.